I'm here at Kelvin in Malaysia, who's one of the first Model Y owners in the country, getting week 1 deliveries. He's been a Tesla investor for many years. You've seen him on this channel before as well. Welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
Today in this video, we're going to hear his review and experience owning a Model Y performance in Malaysia, installing the home wall charger, and also just hear from him what tips he has for Malaysians considering to get their first EV, which hopefully would be a Tesla. Click subscribe to stay updated to more videos on Tesla. Kelvin, can you tell us about your journey from Tesla investor, finally the Tesla owner?
So I have been interested in Tesla since 2016-17, and I have invested in Tesla since 2018-2019, and then finally I had the chance to own a Tesla vehicle, so I jumped on it, and so here we are today.
What made you decide on the Model Y versus the refreshed Model 3?
I need the space, that's the main thing. So my wife likes to do some gardening, so we need to transport a lot of plants and stuff. So space is always the main factor for me. And I prefer the higher sitting position, so Model Y is the main choice.
You can see a lot of plants behind over there as well. So Kelvin, if you can just give us a short tour of your favorite features of the Model Y, what you use and what you don't, and I'll just be behind the camera walking through as you give us a tour.
Okay, what do I like? Well, I like the whole car, the whole package, because of the space. So definitely the front. I've used it numerous times, especially when I buy groceries. So it's more secure to put it in the front. Then I like the simplicity of it. I like the way it drives. So I have the performance version. So I really like the acceleration. So whenever I have a chance, I do use it. It takes a lot of effort away from driving as well, especially with the autopilot features. And now with the auto park, I also use it quite often now. And it can even park faster than me at most times.
Wow.
So it's a no-brainer for me to use it.
Wait, so Kelvin, yeah. You got full self-driving?
No, I don't have full self-driving. I have the enhanced autopilot.
Okay, so you had it from day one?
Day one, yes.
And what's the auto park like? Can you auto park in your house?
No. You can't auto park in my house, no.
So where will you typically use auto park in here?
Shopping malls, by the streets. So whenever it detects, then if I feel confident enough, then I will use it.
Okay, you mentioned the front, the store. Can you show us the front space, please?
Yeah.
So how often are you using the front space now?
When I shop for groceries, mainly. So once a week.
So quite a lot of
whenever
space.
I need, yeah. It's more than enough. I can put toilet rolls, fruits, groceries. So it's actually enough for a family of 2. So it's easier to reach because when I park in reverse, it's easier to reach the front, and it secures the place. It secures the goods in the car without worrying about dirtying the seats or rattling around.
I think that's very helpful. And space, the trunk is actually one of the widest in its class of any car. Let's take a look at the trunk space with Kelvin. You just push your hand inside to close the front. Let's look at how spacious this whole place is. What do you normally keep in the trunk space now, so far?
So if I don't buy any bulky goods, I don't really use it. But when we need gardening stuff like soil or fertilizer, so it's where we put the stuff.
I think that's great for green fingers. You can see like so big. It's such a good camping space. In our road trips, you always like get Model Ys because there's so much space here. We put down the rear seats. It's an insane amount of space. Yeah. Now that we are behind, we are actually seeing your wall connectors. Can you tell us a bit more about the home installation process?
Well, it's very simple. When I got the car, they gave the wall charger for free, where there was a promotion at that time. I think it's still ongoing in Malaysia. So we had a list of certified installers. So I contacted about 3 of them that they service my area. I got a quotation from them, and I think I got it up in got it installed in about 3 or 4 days after I contacted them. So it's pretty seamless. They are very professional. They did everything that is required. So all the safety features. They did a load test of the house to make sure that my house can accept the charger. Then they did a commissioning test, and they did a simulation of the charging to make sure everything is well, and I've used it since day one.
Some owners, when they're installing these at their house, they have to decide between like 3-phase or single phase. How do we know what we can install in our house?
Well, you need to make sure that your house is single phase or 3-phase. So how do you know? You need to look at your meter. So if later I can show you what is a 3-phase household
Yes, please.
meter looks like. And then if you have 3-phase, then you can install it up to can support up to 22 kilowatts. But it depends on, of course, your house load as well. If your house has a lot of high load equipment, then they will have to tell you that you need to limit your charging to certain times, or you need to reduce your house load when you are charging.
Got it.
Our car the Tesla can take up to 11 kilowatts, so mine is set up to only max 11 kilowatts. And for single phase, you only can do 7 kilowatts on this charger.
So to recap, this is 3-phase.
Yeah.
It does support up to 22 kilowatts. So let's say you bring a Kia EV6,
Yeah.
for instance, it can charge AC up to 22 kilowatts. But for our Teslas, you can see over here with the green T logo is charging. These support up to 11 kilowatts, which is now actually a good opportunity to go inside the car and also just take a look at, again, the interior space, the nice standing space, and look at the charging experience as well. So we come in your Model Y, and it looks spacious. You got your own custom mats. Okay, tell us a bit about the mods you installed in the car.
I bought mats. I have these silicone cup holders, and that's it.
And your screen looks more matte than the typical
Yes,
screen.
I had a screen protector. I have a matte screen protector on it.
So you can see your state of charge here. You're putting the charge limit at 80%. Can you tell us a bit more about how you manage your battery health?
I just charge it whenever I need it, and I set it to 80%. So that's the recommended. I don't really put too much thought into the battery health, or too much thought into how to make sure the battery lasts its longest, because I'm quite confident with how the system can manage the battery. So I just keep it daily at 80%, and if I want to go on road trips, if I need that extra charge, then I'll just charge it to 100 and just drive it as usual. So there's actually no lifestyle change for me, actually.
That's good to hear. Your interior, you decided to keep the black interior.
Yeah.
How do you decide between white or black interior?
It's mainly the surprise. So yeah, it costs extra 5,000 if I'm not mistaken in Malaysia. So I think black is a good option. So I don't want to have the headache of worrying about paying more, and also white could maybe become a bit hard to take care of. So I just take the one that is most reasonable for me.
You can see that it's so spacious inside the Model Y. The ride height is higher as well. So much more headroom for us compared to our Model 3. You can see a few Model 3s in front over here. Now that you've had the car, we both got our Teslas since March this
yeah.
year. What is something that you like the most about this car?
The most is definitely the driving experience. I've not driven an EV before. I've not owned an EV before. I've driven short periods of time on EV, but I've never really owned or have the whole ownership experience of an EV before. So definitely it's something that I recommend for anyone who can afford it, and anyone who thinks that they want to experience a different way of owning a vehicle. It's actually, in Malaysia now, it's a no-brainer. If you have the means and you have the mindset of trying to or wanting to drive something that is the future, So have a try, go test drive, or listen to more experience from the experiences of different owners, and maybe subscribe and watch Daren's videos, and you will understand it a bit better, and hopefully you can, you know, and everyone can experience it. And if you think it's an improvement, then just give it a try.
Very happy to hear that. Anything that you wish was better about your Model Y?
Better, I think one thing that it could be better is to have ventilated seats, because the heat can be quite unbearable in Malaysia at times. I think that's it. There's nothing much to complain from my opinion. So ventilated seats hopefully will come in the next version, and then maybe my wife will get it, so we will also have a different experience, a different vehicle. Yeah.
That's right. Currently, the Model Ys do not yet have ventilated seats. Fingers crossed they're coming soon with a refresh in 2025. What color combination would you get if you do get the next Model Y?
That would have to ask my wife. My wife likes red, but with the extra 11,000, if I'm not mistaken. So
That's
then
right.
we will have to sit down and think a bit whether if it's worth to get that color. But let's see. We still don't know the pricing, so hopefully there are surprises. And if so, then my wife would most likely take the red. Yeah.
So there you go. Let us know if you're considering ordering a Tesla. You'll find a link down in the video description with Kelvin's Tesla referral code. In Malaysia right now, they've just increased the referral bonus. You get a discount of 4,200 ringgit by using his referral code, limited up to the first 10 referrals. So now that we've seen the interior of the car, the exterior of the car, one last thing remains. Help us understand how to see whether our home is three-phase or single-phase.
Okay, sure.
So let's take a walk outside together. So you can see the wall connectors behind.
So this neighborhood is an old neighborhood. So it was a single phase, so I upgraded it to three-phase. To see whether it's three-phase, you have to see there are three wires, so there are three colors: the red, yellow, and blue. So that means it's a three-phase housing electricity system.
If it's one phase, what
it will just have one black wire.
Got it. So we're looking for the red, yellow, and blue wires. Then that's an easy telltale sign that it's a three-phase. Now that we've seen the whole tour of your car, of your charging system, some friends are going to ask, Kelvin, if I don't have access to home charger, is it still viable to drive an EV here in KL? What's your advice?
In KL, it's definitely very viable. I have a few friends who live in high-rise areas. They either charge at their workplace, or they charge whenever they are out for dinner or for lunch. So they find a destination charger, or they charge at a fast charging station whenever they can find. So in Klang Valley, I would say there's no big issue. Probably you need to change a bit of your schedule, plan a bit ahead, but I don't think there is much of a challenge actually.
Thank you so much for the great tips today. As your real-life experience owning a Tesla here in Malaysia, if you found this video useful, please click the like button and hit subscribe to stay updated to more videos on Tesla.